Hi, I'm Lowell Martin, and this is MCC Today. Insert graphics here. Was I supposed to say that? On today's show, we have Shannon Coleman, Victoria Liddell, and me. It's going to be amazing.
Not essential. Never let anyone tell you that again. Never doubt your abilities to make a difference. How do I know this about you? Because I'm a teacher. I am the one who will push you harder and farther than you could have ever imagined. Teach you things that you never thought possible. And if you will give me 100%, then I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and together we will change your future. MCC, find your wings.
And we have the wonderful Miss Victoria Liddell here today. How are you doing?
I am doing well and so excited. Thank you so much for the invite.
You know you have an open invite here, but sometimes it takes a little arm twisting. Not to say that happens to you.
Yes.
But before we get started with the interview, I just want to say, I don't get a chance to see you as much as I'd like to. Because, you know, when you've been here, you said 18 years.
18 years.
And I've been here 24. And, you know, early on, I think we saw each other quite a bit.
Every other day.
And now you're in a different area of the college. And
Exactly.
we're just not able to see each other as much as we used to. And I'm just going to tell you this, and this, again, has nothing to do with the interview. I love your voice.
Oh.
I have always loved your voice.
That
something
southern
about
voice.
it, something about your voice, just always, it's like calming, soothing. It's just such a great, you could tell me the worst news ever.
Well, you know, I'm a Delta girl, originally from the Mississippi Delta.
Okay.
And my husband and I moved here from the Delta about 21 years ago
Okay.
to Meridian, and we called it home since.
Okay, now does he have the same accent?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, you are the program director for the Eagle Soar program.
Eagle Soar program.
What is that?
Our Eagle Soar program is a program for out-of-school youth.
Okay.
And when we say out-of-school youth, we're talking 16 to 24.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
They
Okay.
could have been dropped out of school for some reason.
Okay.
They could have been graduated from high school and not
Proceeding.
in college.
Okay.
Okay. They could have graduated from MCC.
Okay. With a 2-year.
With a 2-year degree.
Okay.
Because what this program focuses on is work.
Okay.
Work experience in order to get our youth into the workforce. Okay? As long as they come to us and they are not in school. And I want to elaborate on graduating from MCC because this is my first round. I have students that graduated in May. They were trying to find a job. Mm-hmm. This program helps them find a job, get them a paid work experience for 600 hours, and hopefully that leads it to full-time.
Okay.
Okay.
So 600 hours, they're able to
$10 an
work.
hour.
$10 an hour. They're able to work at various locations.
Various locations.
Do they stick with one particular location when they're working, or do they go to different ones?
We try to do one.
Okay.
And we try to do one. I search around Meridian looking for partnerships, okay, with various businesses that say, hey, we got these students that need work experience. Guess what? The grant is going to pay. You don't have to pay a dime to them.
Okay.
What we need you to do is to guide them. Give them that experience on coming to work on time, how to dress when you go to work. You know, all of those things that a real job, that's what you would do. And you keep up with their time. You sign a time sheet every week and they get paid. And so I have been having some success with the businesses here in Meridian because this is a win-win. You know?
It definitely is.
It's a win-win.
Is that full time?
Yeah,
I mean,
up
40
to 40
hours?
hours a week.
Up to 40 hours a week.
If their schedule or their business allow them to work 40 hours, they do 40 hours. Some may say, I don't need a 40-hour person. I might need somebody to work 25 or 30 hours.
Okay.
And so, but most of them will take 40 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely. Now, if someone is interested in this program, okay, what do they need to do?
if they are interested in this program, let me say this program is funded through a grant. Okay, through a federal grant for workforce. And we're an umbrella under the Workforce Solution down in the Workforce Development Building on 19, okay? So if someone is interested in this program, the easier way to contact, they can call the Workforce Development Center, and that number is 601-482-7445.
Okay.
And when you call, just say, I want to know about the Eagle Soar program. They will find me, okay?
Okay.
So, and then the next, you may want to just stop by the Workforce Development Center.
Okay.
And we're located on Highway 19. And normally, every time I'm on the phone, I tell people, they say, where is that? We're right across from Lee's Donuts.
I'm telling you.
We're right across from Lee's Donuts. That's what's caused me to gain this weight since moving to workforce
Just
development.
too convenient over there.
Too convenient. But this is such an awesome program for 16 to 24.
Well, so if they call you or they come by.
Right.
Do they need to bring anything with them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Bring your identification.
Okay.
We need your identification. Your social security card.
Okay.
Birth certificate, if you have it.
Okay.
Because most of the time when you got an ID, a real ID, whether it's a license or a state ID, it's going to have your date of birth on there.
Okay.
So those are the three main items that we look for. And once they get there, I have just a very short list that I help them to attain their past school records. Okay. Whether they graduated from MCC and they say, I don't have my diploma, I don't know what I did with it. I know what to do to get your transcript.
Okay.
Whether you dropped out of a high school, I dropped out 4 years ago. I know what I do all the legwork.
Okay.
I try to make it easy for them that it's something that they'll be attracted to. There's something that they don't have to be scared of. I don't have this paperwork, you know. We really, really, really have had some true success stories.
Good.
I mean, really, it's some touching. I think at the last program I made, you know, I got teary eyes because to see young people come in there with no directions, dropped out of school. Some may have had legal trouble. Some may just good students that graduated. I have a student that graduated from MCC in May. She started my program probably the week after graduation. She completed the classroom work in a week time. She got a full-time, I placed her at a full-time job that have allowed her to work over the summer. And I'm excited that she went to UWA in August.
Good.
So and she's still finishing up her intern on the weekends, you know, until she get to her 600 hours. So this story could be a success for any out of school 16 to 24.
Well, if you, how many do you have like a number of students that you try to help every semester? Is there a certain number, or if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, my target number each semester is to do at least 20 to 25.
Okay.
Last semester we ran a little behind. We was at 15, I think, but still. So that's why I'm out to recruit.
Well, it's such a good program, and as you say, if you're a 16 to 24-year-old, and you are kind of aimless, and I've said this many times about MCC, you know, we're good at first chances, second chances, third chances. You know, sometimes you have to step back and reboot.
Yes.
And try again.
Exactly.
And if what you're doing now doesn't work, or you find, and sometimes you get in a program and decide, well, you know, I really don't like that. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. We're the place to do that. We're the place to step back a little bit.
Exactly.
And this is such a good program, and this has been going on for a few years now, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. So we're into our third year.
Oh my.
So we're excited. And I say one thing, Lowell, before we get out.
Please.
As you talk about that, I would like to say in my adulthood, when I moved here 21 years ago, I came back to MCC to get my associate degree. I only had a high school diploma when I moved here at the age of whatever. So I came back to MCC and I rolled from there on to finishing up with my specialist degree as of today.
Would you tell our audience one more time the phone number for the workforce development so they can get in touch with you, please?
601-482-7445.
For 16 to 24-year-olds.
16 to 24, you're not in school for any type reason, please give us a call.
I want you back on my show. Just sometime, let's just come on to talk.
Let's do that. I think we could do good conversation.
I appreciate you. We'll be right back.
Since 1996, the MCC Foundation Tuition Guarantee Program has provided students an opportunity to find their potential. Thousands of students have benefited from the program. Over $6 million have been invested in the students who learn and live right here in our community. This program is funded by individuals and businesses who believe in our students, our families, and the economic impact of an education at Meridian Community College. Now is your chance to offer support. Give today at meridiancc.edu/give.
And we have the wonderful Miss Shannon Coleman. How are you doing today?
Great. How are you?
We're here.
It's
a good day.
Rainy day.
Oh my gosh, it's a rainy day and has been for a bit. Now you are the WIOA case manager, okay, here at Meridian Community College. What does that mean?
It's basically a workforce grant, and it's kind of an umbrella, is how I describe it, of several mini grants that flow under the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, and basically it helps give students free money. It is a grant, so I'm here to...
We're all about free money.
That's right.
Okay.
So I'm here to hopefully get out some information about that. If there's anyone that feels they qualify, they can apply, and we can see if we can help them out.
So if someone is interested in the Workforce Innovation Act, or how am I saying that? The Workforce Innovation
and Opportunity
Act, what do they need to do?
Okay, so they need to get in touch with me, would be the best way, because we do have several different grants and they may qualify for one component of it and maybe not the other, or they may qualify for several components of it. But this workforce grant is basically catered to some of our career tech programs.
Okay.
So if you are in some of our career tech programs, and most of the instructors know if their program is approved.
I was about to say, we get a list every semester, I believe, from you of saying, this is, if you know of anybody that would be able to do this, please send them your way.
Right.
Okay. But
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I interrupted you.
Most of the career tech programs that are on the approved list are those that are in demand for our area, either the Twin Districts area or in our state. Okay. And so I do have an in-demand list that we can look at those different programs to make sure that they do qualify. The WIOA grant has grants that or money that can pay for the tuition, books, and some of the occupational fees that are associated with their training. We also have support services, so those are that's a fund that can help students with transportation, child care, maybe uniforms, things like that are required for them to be able to be at school. And so support services is a component of that. That's a great grant to help people. Also, we have an internship grant that flows under WIOA. The internship grant can help those in some of our programs bridge the classroom into the workplace. Okay. And we're able to pay them a wage, and so they would earn a wage, kind of like a part-time job. We have partnered with different businesses in the community to help bring our students in and mentor them and let them get a good work experience. And some of those have worked into long-term employment at those companies. So it's really a good recruiting tool for some of the businesses out there. And so if there's any businesses out there hearing this and you want to partner with us, give me a call. I'd love to get you on our list and try to match a student with your task there at your company.
So if a student is interested in one of these grants, what do they do? What should they do?
There's an application process.
Okay.
We complete that down at the Meridian Wind Job Center. That's where my office is located. So they can come by the Meridian Wind Job Center there on Highway 19, not far from campus, or they can give me a call. My number is 601-553-9531, and I'll be glad to answer questions. Or you can email me at scolem11@meridiancc.edu. We have flyers that are across campus also, so if there's a student in some of these programs and you'd like some information, grab one of those. It has all of my contact information on it, and I'll be glad to see if we can get you qualified.
When should they do this typically? Is it something that should be done before the semester begins? Are you getting ready now for spring, or is it something that can be done pretty much any time?
The support services and the internship, they can come in at any time.
Okay.
Some of the other workforce areas, like if there's students from the Mississippi Partnership up near Columbus in that area or over near Jackson, those are different workforce districts. Their rules are a little different than ours. In Twin Districts, there's an enrollment period, so we will have our next dates coming up at the end of October, 1st of November, where they can apply for the spring term for the tuition, books, and fees part of WIOA. But some of those other areas, as long as it's 2 weeks prior to school starting, they will take applications. So the best thing to do is contact me and let me help navigate you from there.
Typically, you said about how long does it, once they fill out the application, how long does it take for them to hear something?
Usually it's a few weeks.
Okay.
Especially if we're in an enrollment period, we take those for 2 weeks and then they'll process those. So it's usually, I'd say, 2 to 3 weeks before you hear. You'll either get an invitation to orientation so we can go over how everything works and what your responsibilities are as a student in receiving that funding, or they'll send out a letter letting you know that you've been denied at that particular time, and you can always reapply in future semesters. One of the things I wanted to mention today, we've added a new healthcare stability grant.
Okay.
And some of those healthcare programs, healthcare is a huge employer for our area. We have 3 big hospitals here. So we've added this healthcare stability grant that will help with some of the health ed programs. There are 7 programs on that. It's the radiologic technology, physical therapist assistant, surgical technology, medical lab technology, health information technology, dental assisting, and dental hygiene. So if you're in those programs, we do have a new grant that can help you pay for your tuition, books, and things like that associated with your training. And those, because we got the grant late, we are continuing to take applications at this time, and we haven't cut that off.
Okay, excellent. Now, there's so much out there available. All students really have to do is just take advantage of this, contact the people they need to contact, fill out some forms, and you will guide them through the process.
Right.
So there's literally no reason to not get help if you need it.
That's right. And you may or may not qualify. We'll determine that, but it's just a little bit of time to pick up the phone and call or send me an email. And we'll go through a few just pre-screen questions. It doesn't take but a few minutes to see if you qualify for any of these grants. Again, it's free money. Sure. So why not ask about it?
Well, the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, now you mentioned with the healthcare, which was added, a little bit a different grant, but are most of the programs that go with that, are most of them healthcare related for the workforce? If you don't mind me asking?
The WIOA, it
yes.
does include nursing in some of our health ed programs.
Okay.
Some of them that were not included under the WIOA are those that we picked up under the healthcare stability grant.
So, but it's pretty much healthcare related?
All of the healthcare, the healthcare stability grant is very related to the healthcare.
Right.
But the WIOA is some of our industrial programs.
Okay,
it's
that's
our
what
medical office.
Okay.
It can be a number of different things.
Okay.
Our electrical, welding, things like that are also included under the regular WIOA.
Because some people just are like me, and the sight of blood is no.
I understand.
Well, would you please give your email address and phone number again so anyone interested can get in touch with you?
I sure will. My phone number is 601-553-9531. The email address is scolem11@meridiancc.edu.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
Meridian Community College. For more than 75 years, we've helped students soar. Establishing the first tuition guarantee program in Mississippi, we put our students first while creating pathways into the workforce and offering a seamless transition to a 4-year degree. Now is the time to find your purpose and register today, because those who move forward never get left behind. MCC, find your wings.
Welcome back to MCC Today, and as you can see, I'm a much better looking Lowell Martin. The only reason I'm in this seat ever is because our special guest today is Mr. Lowell Martin.
Thank you.
Lowell, how are you doing today?
I am doing really well. And yourself?
I would be a lot better if I was back there with the students, but I'm out here now. So,
and we appreciate it.
We understand that you have some Success Center stuff to talk to us about, so why don't you tell us about that?
Yes. Part of my job is running the Student Success Center here at Meridian Community College. And so I've been doing that for, going on, I believe, 5 years now, and I'm the director. So in the Student Success Center, we tutor students in primarily English and math, but we do have a couple of other subjects. The math, we can tutor students all the way from intermediate algebra through Cal 2. And the English, we can tutor pretty much any of the Englishes. And if you have a paper, bring your paper. We will look over it. I'm not going to proofread it, but I will go through it with you, and I will help you make changes as needed. But the Student Success Center is a great place to come. Sometimes you might have a period off between classes. Come and get started on your homework. And we're open from 8 to 6 Monday through Thursday, 8 to 12 on Friday. And you can call and make appointments if you want to. Just call 601-484-8799. We are always there to help as much as we possibly can. I just want people to take advantage of it. We're above the cafeteria too. So Montgomery 219.
So right now you're above the cafeteria. Is there plans to move that Student Success Center?
Yes, in 2097, we're going to be moving to, no, I don't know when. We're going to be partnering in the library. So the library will be sharing space with us, and we will have a new Success Center in there. We include a math lab, an English lab, and just another general area for students to be tutored and or to get on on computers and do their work. So I'm very much looking forward to that. It's going to be very interesting.
So you tutor just anybody, any student on campus can come down. Do they have to sign up? How do they?
They must be an MCC student. They must have their MCC ID. They must show us their MCC ID, and we log them in. We have a new system that we're using. We can tell exactly how many or how long you've been in the lab, how long you've used it during the week, what you were in there studying, and I think it's a great program. The biggest thing is to get people to go, and as many times as I go, because I talk to a lot of classes during the semester about studying and study techniques, because I also teach a class called Study Skills. But I always talk about the Success Center, and it never fails. At the end of the semester, someone will come in the Success Center, and then they'll say, you know, I wish I'd known about this place.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing the Success Center, we're teaching and hosting the show.
Yes.
Where do you find all the time to do it?
Well, you know, I don't sleep much.
Ah, yes.
which is part of, you know, why I'm falling apart. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I've been doing it for a while and I love it. I can't think of giving anything up at this moment.
On top of all that, you also want to talk about the MLK program that's going to be happening here in January. So let's talk about that.
Yes. One of my other hats at the moment is I am the chair of the MLK committee here at Meridian Community College. And what we do is we have a program every January, the week before Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and so this year it will be Thursday, January 13th at 1 p.m. in the McCain Theater, and we always have a celebration of Dr. King's life, but we have been doing a creative project that high school students and college students can take advantage of. So if you are a high school student, 9th grade to 12th grade, and that does include dual enrollment, that does include our dual enrollment students, you can write an essay, you can write a poem, you can do some kind of creative project, a video, a play, a rap song, anything, TikTok, we don't care. And those must be submitted by Friday, November 19th, 2021, and then we judge them. And we will look at those, and there is, first prize is $100, second prize $75, and third prize is $50. And then you will be invited to our program in January to actually either read part or all of your contribution, or we will show your contribution.
Have you ever had anybody rap for you before?
We have not. I'm looking forward to it. So possibly,
We can
maybe
have
this
our
year.
first rapper this year.
Maybe
so.
we will have our first rapper this year. And as far as we have the criteria, so if anyone needs the criteria for this contest, just email me at lmartin@meridiancc.edu or give me a call at 601-481-1375. And in addition to the high school part of it, and when I say that, that also includes homeschool students, so just as long as they're within our Lauderdale County area. We also have, there's an additional part for college students. So the college students, you must be a full-time MCC student. And same thing, essay, poem, creative, something. And if you can do the creative something, submit it by Friday, November 19th. You're good. And we'll judge. First prize, $100, $75, $50.
So this program will be live this year. If I understand correctly, it was
Yes.
video.
It was videotaped last year, and we had
done
an
by a very good video guy, I must say.
excuse me, an excellent video person. Yes,
So
who is wasted behind the scenes.
so
Wasted.
We'll be live in McCain Theater. Why don't you tell them that date again?
It is Thursday, January 13th at 1 p.m. in the McCain Theater. And we hope to have a very good show on that day celebrating Dr. King's life.
All right. Well, we've just gotten the wrap-up sign here to wrap this up. Thank you, Lowell, for giving us all that information. And we will be right back.
Meridian Community College. For more than 75 years, we've helped students soar. Establishing the first tuition guarantee program in Mississippi, we put our students first, while creating pathways into the workforce and offering a seamless transition to a 4-year degree. Now is the time to find your purpose and register today, because those who move forward never get left behind. MCC, find your wings.
The students have been out and about. They have been doing all kinds of things and videotaping. You need to watch this.
The topic of vaccines has been widely discussed throughout the course of the coronavirus pandemic. Yet according to the CDC, only around half of all Americans are fully vaccinated. The CDC also states that COVID-19 vaccines are highly effective against the virus, including the highly contagious Delta variant. Let's take a look at how MCC and Rush Hospital partnered to make vaccination as convenient as ever.
We're out here today helping the community get vaccinated. We're here until about 6 p.m. We're hoping to see a good outcome, especially since the Pfizer vaccine just got FDA approval. So we're hoping to get a lot of the college students out and vaccinated for their first vaccines.
Hi, my name is Stringfellow. I'm a 4th semester ADN student. That's just basically the RN program. We think it's important to support and help the community get vaccinated so that way we can kind of mitigate the COVID-19 pandemic.
On behalf of executive producer Matt Milner, media consultant Josh Taylor, and student producer Gary Huffmaster, thank you for watching. Hope you learned a little bit, and we'll see you next week.